Hello, I am Mastery Friends. How is everybody doing today? Today is Sunday, June 1st. Actually, no, I think today's the 31st, May 31st. It's crazy how fast this month has gone, and so many changes have happened in our world over the last month or so. I'm just gonna say that this is 2020 because I'm sure that these videos will be on here down the road. I think we're gonna look back on this time and go, whoa, holy Moses, we did not see that coming. But I really have hope and faith that we're moving into a better place. So I know that we can look back on it with gratitude at some point. I'm sure we'll get there. But I wanted to really be authentic and honest today in how I'm feeling and how I'm feeling. I'm kind of feeling the collective energy. So we recently, just had this experience of this man that was killed at the hands of a police officer, and I think it's really brought a lot of kind of seeing the separation in our humanity really up close and personal, right? It's really brought out strong emotions in people on both sides of it. Either sometimes protecting those who have been oppressed, and some who are protecting those who are entrusted to protect and defend. And I really want to make it clear that I'm coming into this video in complete neutrality, complete compassion for all. And I woke up this morning and we just had some riots here in Salt Lake City, and it's just so unbelievable that it's so close to home now. This is happening right here in our own backyard. And I really felt sorrow for it today. Like, I just really was feeling the collective humanity of sorrow and pain and sadness. I think that we're probably all feeling, and recognizing that we've come to this place. I mean, it's hard to imagine that in humanity that we have really come to this place. And so I really wanted to recognize that. I'm feeling that sorrow in my own heart, and I just want to recognize and validate any of you that are going through that experience right now too. So I really felt like it was important to ask for a message today from the masters. I wanted to get a higher perspective on this and really be able to understand this from a higher viewpoint than feeling it in my own pain and my own sorrow, because I know that that's just adding to the collective energy. Even though it deserves to be validated, I know that there's always a higher purpose, and I want to evolve to that and align with that. That's mastery. So I will be reading this verbatim because their words are just so much more eloquent than mine. And when I write, and I'm writing from the consciousness of the mastery, the words come faster than sometimes my hand can move. And so sometimes the words are a little bit hard for me to read. So I might have to take a second and understand this, but I really wanted to be able to read this verbatim. And I really felt that the intention of the masters was to bring us to a place of unity. It felt like that was really that's what they are, so that was the consciousness that I felt that they were calling us to. So I'm going to read that to you, and my prayer is that it's received in your hearts, that you feel the resonance of this, that maybe it invites you to look at things a little bit differently, to maybe give yourself some more compassion, some more understanding, and really to call out that place of mastery that's within us. And we think that that's maybe a hard step, but it's actually our most natural essence, to really be in that mastery and to be in our heart space of the unity and the love and the compassion. So I pray that that's what you get from this, and that that's what you understand. So here we go. Okay. So I said, today I feel sorrow for humanity. Sad to see so much chaos and separation. How do you view this experience that we are going through? And this was their answer. We view it through a lens of hope, a lens of compassion. We see individuals' pain and honor the origin of each individual's wounds. We know where they hide their shame and mistrust. We know the fear that they are expressing, and we hold them in compassion even though it may seem undeserved. And then they asked me the question. They said, how do you hold them? And I said, in sorrow for their pain, in understanding and awareness that I have never experienced separation like many of them have. And they said, there you are mistaken, dear one. You have. You are collective in your unified field of consciousness. And if they, quotations, if they experience the depth of pain at such an extreme that they would be willing to harm another, you have too. You will not be unified until you too can have the compassion for all possibilities, because they all exist within you, or you are not unified. So the question is, will you accept yourself in any and all forms you are presented with? Because that is what you are in this experience to learn. Will you accept yourself as the fearful one? Will you accept yourself as the one who is harmed? Will you accept yourself as the thief, the murderer, the violator, and the vandalist? Or will you only choose acceptance for the comfortable, the acceptable, the peaceful? We only become unified in peace when we fully love and accept all that is not peace, or all that we perceive as not peace. And here is why. Because it is love too. It is the experience of contrast that we called into being in our quest for evolution. It is our birthright to give compassion to all, but how would we remember that if we were not given the opportunity to face all and still choose love? So now we are called into a battle, but the weapons to strike each other with have become the swords that we lie upon. If we judge another, we are judged. If we condemn, we are condemned. If we embrace another in acceptance, we more fully accept ourselves, because the energy of duality has shifted and you get to experience yourselves differently. You get to realize the energy that you emit in all of its intensity, in all of its manifestation, in its full form. That is the gift of your emotionally charged world right now. You create more intensely. Notice the way that the energy you feel and the frequency you choose to be in shows up more intensely in physical form. The duality is lifting and your eyes are opening. You are the creators of this reality. So how do you create peace? You create peace within you. You ask to see the shadows you have hidden from yourselves. You ask to understand what your shadows are asking for. You ask for patience and compassion for yourself and allow the healing light of divinity to flow into the places that you feel broken. Ask for the courage to open your heart one more time and trust that as we walk through this fire, the fire of this collective experience, the lion will stop roaring so loudly because it will have been heard. It will lie down next to the lamb and give voice to the gentleness that is our true nature. Until then, give compassion to the lion. Although it's destructive, it is courage, it is a step towards freedom, and it deserves honor too. The methods of asking for validation will soften when our hearts do. We hold space on your planet, a divine blanket of gentle compassion for all, for all. We invite you to join us. This is where we hold our true mastery. Love and union, blessings for all, so it is. So I thought that was so beautiful, because I think it's very easy to hop on one side of the fence or another and really give our voices to how we feel. And you know what, if that's the experience that you're in, I mean, like they said, the lion needs to be validated too, because there's that's a step towards liberation when we're able to claim our voices. But one step beyond that is to give compassion to the reason that our voices need to be heard and the reason why they haven't been heard. To give ourselves compassion. And I think to really come to a place that when we have that lion roaring within us, it's usually the voice of our pain that it's asking just for more love and acceptance and more compassion. And the more that we can give that to ourselves and come into that place where the lion and the lamb lay down together within us, the more we can hold that space for others. So I love you guys. I'm sending so many prayers to you. I'm standing in that circle of mastery, and that's really how I see it when I saw this beautiful blanket of divine protection and compassion. To me, it looks like us just standing with our hands held together, focusing that light that we have from our heart spaces to the situation, to our planet, to those who are in pain, to those who are in fear, to Mother Gaia, to all. And that is my prayer for all of you as well. Have a blessed day, and I love you. We'll talk to you soon.